The easiest and cheapest way to ruin someone's credibility is to accuse them of plagiarism. Whether this is on Reddit, Steam, or DeviantArt, people get immediately triggered the second you accuse someone of stealing someone else's work. Which is understandable. I've seen people go on comment wars that last hours and hours whenever they've had their art stolen. It's almost like the second they get their art stolen, it unleashes some primal rage within them to tear apart whoever's stolen their art and paint the walls with their blood. It's funny because the people who are the most chill typically are the ones that get the most angry when their art's stolen. It's like they unleash all their pent-up rage against whoever's wronged them by stealing their art. And don't get me wrong, I think it's pretty socially acceptable to be fairly angry at someone who's stolen your art. It always does annoy me when non-artists come up and are like, "Oh, I think you're being a bit too hostile." It's like, you don't understand. I mean, you do understand, but you know what I mean. Because to non-artists, they don't understand. To them, it's just a picture of Sonic and Shrek kissing. But to me, that's more than that. That's a picture of Sonic and Shrek kissing that I looked at for 4 hours as I meticulously drew the lips and their sweat beating up. Oh, this is getting weird. But to clarify, I think it's a bit OTT to go, full on Hulk on someone who's stolen your art when they've just got like a small deviant art where they just upload pictures of their Sonic OC. I mean, that might be a bit OTT because they're not getting much attention from that. I think it's truly insulting when it's like a really large Tumblr page that gets thousands of likes and doesn't credit you. I've seen that happen a few times. People have had their art just taken and they've just been like, "Oh, my face win! My face win!" on something stupid like that. And it's got like 6,000 retweets and so many people saying, "Oh, this is a really cool drawing." And I'm not bitter. Shut up. Fortunately for my inner sadist, my art has very rarely been stolen. I think it's happened a few times, but the few times it has, it's been more funny than aggravating. Because I only ever get, like, weird things stolen. It's never been things I've been super proud of or things people have made money off, so it's not exactly an issue I've had to, Actually, come to think of it, should I be offended over this? Probably not. I think the things I've seen that are stolen the most tend to either be anime art or fan art for things like Gravity Falls, or other rabid fan bases that just love their clicks. One of my more recent art theft experiences has been over fan art. I remember, I think it was approximately a year ago, I did fan art for someone, it was their birthday, it was a TF2 YouTuber. I drew Toon Link dressed as Scout because I thought that was hilarious and looked cool. But anyway, I'm looking down these likes I got, quite a few, because I'm totally cool enough to get loads of likes. And I noticed someone has liked this picture. Their avatar is the drawing I did, but swapped colours. Which was odd, but not super out of the ordinary. I thought it was quite bizarre. I messaged the person saying, "Hey, it's cool if you use this, but it would have been nice if you asked me." And I got no response. I found that so weird, the fact that they'd gone through the effort to actually like the post, steal the post, change the colours, so I knew it was happening, but they just wouldn't respond? Like, are you trying to be sneaky, or are you trying to taunt me? Either way, it's not really offended. I'm not offended, it's just like, why? Just, it seems like such a mess. This next one isn't really theft related, seeing as I let the person use the avatar. But I knew this guy who would pretty much weekly badger me for a free avatar. Just every week it'd be, "Hey, can you draw me this? Then can you draw me this? Can you draw me..." I didn't do, like, any of these requests for the guy. But eventually, October rolls around, and I drew myself this Halloween avatar. This guy said we apparently looked very similar and asked if I could use the avatar as his avatar. So I said, "Oh, okay, sure, that's fine." Like, 2 days later, I think I should probably check what this guy actually tweets. I go onto his Twitter. All his tweets are nothing but pro-Trump and alt-right stuff. It's like, oh no, what? What have I gotten myself into? Because my name was in his bio, so people that were looking down this guy's account were seeing his weird tweets, and then coming to my account. Oh, I felt so uncomfortable. I mean, you do you when it comes to politics, but it would have been nice to be warned not to cut myself on your edge, you know? I don't know if tracing is better or worse than just straight up stealing someone's art. Because, on the one hand, they haven't directly taken it and re-uploaded it somewhere else, but they've put the effort in to at least copy your style. I've never had anyone trace my art because I suck apparently, and no one wants to steal my art. But Ticket had this one time where she'd drawn fan art for someone, some random person's persona on Facebook. And one day, while I was browsing Twitter, I'm recommended someone with an avatar that looks strikingly similar to the one she drew. It turned out the person she'd drawn the original picture for actually took the image and traced the avatar to draw her friends' avatars from without giving Tuckett credit. So we confronted her about it, she said sorry, and everything went back to the way it was. 2 weeks later, I'm browsing Twitter again, the exact same thing happens. I've noticed it's quite common with art thieves to ask to be friends with the person after they've been called out and said sorry for stealing their art. Like, that's such a weird thought process, the way, like, do you think I could steal someone's car in real life and then ask to be their friend after calling them out for stealing it? The absolute worst experience I've had from art thefts was when I had an entire animation stolen and re-uploaded on someone else's channel one time. I think this was in like 2011. It was that long ago. I did this really short 1 minute animation about my super cool edgy OCs visiting a castle or something. I was pretty proud. It went up on this forum and it was decently popular. Like, it wasn't blowing up, but you know. So I'm sat there, king of the world and everything, and I get a notification. Someone has re-uploaded the animation. I went to watch it, and it turns out what they'd done is they'd removed the audio, redubbed it, changed the colours, and added a really rubbish title sequence, renaming the characters with these weird MS Paint drawings. And it was in French. So the person, like, I messaged this guy to say, "Oi, mate, what you doing?" And he's like, I never got a response, but I could see him talking to his friend who'd apparently taken one of the other characters from the animation and claimed it was him, which was annoying because it wasn't like a 2-second map animation or something. It was this full-on minute-long thing that I'd put effort into and I'd written myself, and I was like, oh, I'm doing great, I'm doing things. But no, this cheeky boyo, he's just like, oh, this is mine now. And then wouldn't respond. It wasn't that big a deal because it didn't get very popular. No one really cared, and people seemed to kind of realize, oh, it's just a rip-off of this guy's thing. So, you know, but just the nerve of it, the nerve of someone to kind of just take that, just redub it. Oh no. So we're at the end of another video. We made it more than 5 minutes, lads. Whoa, we're doing things. Oh no, this was a mess. Schedules are for losers, so I've been trying to upload these every 2 weeks, every Monday every 2 weeks. But I know what I'm like with schedules, and that probably won't last. But hey.